Thanks everybody for hanging around. Let's change things up a little bit here. It's wild after playing Wukong. It's like, okay, just there's a controller in my hand, and now it's like, no, there's a controller in my hand, and it is doing wild shit all the time. Toasty indeed. Where was I going next? Not yet. Not yet. Down here. Lost Galaxy. Oh, wait. I've really been enjoying watching this game. I'm glad to hear it. I've really been enjoying playing it. I love it. It's just so much fun. Like some games you can just really feel. You can feel like the heart and the soul and the joy and excitement of the people who made this game. And like every aspect of it, you know? Oh my god. It took me a second, like, oh yeah, I'm a sponge. Am I gonna... Yes, I am. Oh, that's awesome. Transfer all of the water inside the sponge to other sponges? That's super cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is very fun too after being very tiny in a big world in a recent stage. Now being big in a tiny world. What got me? Oh, you over there. Yeah. You got me again. I have to break everything, I think. It just all feels so good. Whoa. Whoa. I'm glad I accidentally punched them. Just for the reaction. Oh. Where are we going first? Maybe here? Ooh. Whoa. Let's come from the top. Whoops. Whoa. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's fine. Creepy Sightjacker loses control at the sound of the siren? What is this? Creepy Sightjacker. Do we know this? Sightjacker. I don't know what this is gonna pull up. I think we got the answer here, though. There are so many. Oh, did you get it? Thank you. Shibito? Main enemies in the Forbidden Siren series? Siren. Huh. That looks terrifying. I want to play these. Yeah, I've heard of Siren. I've never played it. I didn't know there were multiple games though. Siren 2? Stealth-based horror game. Did this come out in the West? It was released in Japan, Europe, and Australia, so it did not come to America. Maybe that's why I'd never heard of it. And then there's one on PS3 as well. And this one, it's a reimagining of the original. Huh. Thank you. I was like scrolling through. I didn't want to read, really. I kind of enjoyed trying to figure out who some of them are. And I don't want to know who's coming my way. So I was trying to like look at that list carefully without really looking at it. Have you played Siren? Are you familiar with the game? Siren looks so rough sometimes, yeah? Rough like in terms of difficulty or scary or... I know this isn't what you did, but when you asked if it came out in the West and then you said it came out in Europe and etc., it sounded like you were gonna say, it sounded like you were gonna do a really American thing and say it didn't come out in the West. That's what I was trying to do. But not even America. The only West. As in the western half of America. That's what I was really asking. Did it come out in the Wild West? Did it come out on the frontier? I know it made it to the East Coast. It was in New York, Florida. They all got to play Siren. Siren 2. Did it come out in Nevada? Did it come out in Utah? Difficulty for sure. The way they make the maps and how you have to run away from whatever enemies. I remember this guy with a gun that I saw many streamers struggle with. Really. I wonder if I probably wouldn't have a good time. I'm not good at stealth. And Metal Gear is pretty forgiving, you know, when it comes to that. Like, I always found a way to get through it without really getting good at it, you know? Utah, a place that definitely matters. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It really does if you're Mormon. Utah. Yeah. I forgot how to get out of here, and then when I remembered, realized, oh, well, I didn't time it right to get that chest. Whoops. So, okay, we missed another, maybe Siren character in that level. We have Mormons in Norway, which is weird. That surprises me, actually. Because I think about it being a very American religion. Because it is, right? But I guess I shouldn't say that, right? All religious traditions have a homeland. And they are not confined to that homeland. Hell yeah. That's very fun. But I should check this. What? But not now. Now. There are more than 4,500 members in Norway. Huh. A guy at a place I worked was a Mormon, and it was really strange because he was not only fully Norwegian, not American, he was also black, and I feel like that's an incredibly rare combo. That's a lot of attributes that you wouldn't expect together. Yeah, like you're saying. Huh. Why am I going this way? I've been here. Oh, I'm just thinking, are there any Mormons in Japan? Now I'm curious. Definitely Jehovah's Witnesses. They come knocking at my door, ringing the bell every once in a while. Sometimes too early. Testing how pleasant I'm able to be. No, yeah, I don't need another copy of The Watchtower, or whatever it is. I'm good. Definitely not 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday. Oh, am I doing... Yeah, okay. You also have Jehovah's Witnesses? Yeah? Is it common? Whoops. Like, do you ever have someone come into your door? Trying to lead you to the way? No? They actually haven't been by in a little while. It's been a while. Actually, I guess post-COVID, I haven't really seen them. And if they've come by, I just haven't been home. Maybe that changed it, you know? Is that one of the benefits from that experience we all went through? Maybe we're getting a little less door-to-door solicitation in the aftermath. Hey, Ratunia, what's going on? Welcome. Hope you're having a good weekend. Just haven't said ha in a while. Ha to ya. Playing Astrobot, having a wonderful time. I'm having a great weekend. I didn't really do much, but I got outside. Enjoyed the... It actually got really hot again. And played video games. And this alone is making for a great weekend. It's so much fun. Jehovah's Witnesses ease shunning rules after blow in Oslo court. Ooh, okay, I'll probably have to give this my proper attention. After complaints of psychological violence, the authorities decided in 2021 to rip the Jehovah's Witnesses in Norway from the legal status, which they had since 1985. According to experts, this is the first time a faith community lost its legal position in Norway. It is so cute, this game. It's out of control. It really is. The Jehovah's Witness community in Norway, which consists of 12,000 members in 700 local congregations, wow, went to court about the decision. The public sessions in court took 2 weeks in January. So, losing legal position, does that mean they don't enjoy, like, I don't know, like certain tax-exempt status or something? Oh, whoops. Bye-bye. That's all I'm doing. Got it. That's not all I'm doing. Alright, wait. I don't think they have the legal status as a religion anymore. Oh, Did I not read that carefully enough? Legal position, so legal status. So, huh? What does that mean? I'm just trying to think, like, what if you claim a religious tradition that's not recognized legally by the state? You can still, like, ascribe to any religion you want, right? Whether or not... But then, like, if they don't recognize it, I'm just curious what that entails. I think it just covers legal protections. Interesting. Oops. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Whoa! What's the chicken for? Hey, Mr. Red Eye. Let me show you. Rocket chicken. Oh, maybe rooster? Rocket rooster, right? That sounds better to say. Rockadoodle? Was anyone else a fan of the animated film Rockadoodle growing up? Or already grown up? Taking us to new heights. Indeed. She was good. Yeah? You're on that Rockadoodle? It's where I learned the word aqueduct. I learned aqueduct from Rockadoodle. Oh, there it is. So the practice of shunning has been judged to be psychological violence because it hinders especially women and children from leaving the religion, and that kind of coercion is not acceptable here. I don't think it should be. Anywhere. I feel like if you're doing that shit, you don't deserve legal status. If the organization is not going to do something about it, you know what I mean? I first learned aqueduct from Deus Ex. Never got off it? Hell yeah. That was a good one. Oh! So you do that. Wait, I want to see that again. That guitar... I love that guitar model. Wait, let's go take another look. Mr. Red Eye, you ever played Siren? We got a Siren bot a little bit ago from the stealth horror game. I have been curious about that one, but I've never tried it out. That's a better way to do it. Why am I doing it my way? Well, that also works. Okay. Yeah, like this. There. I'm trying to look at your guitar. Turn around. I really love it. Some of these models, they almost, for whatever reason, remind me of claymation. Maybe it's just like they're kind of smooth, rounded edges. And kind of like sort of chunky design. I love it though. I almost didn't want to destroy it, but then I did. Let's see if the bot can translate this. I know I can't. In Norway, too, Jehovah's Witnesses have conducted cases in the Supreme Court, primarily in cases related to conscription and child distribution. Conscription means mandatory military service here. Kind of a wrong translation. I was like trying to think, like it must mean something different. And child distribution sounds wrong in English. It means custody. Yeah, okay. I was thinking a fun streamer storyline could be to play Astrobot and then play every game referenced in Astrobot. Oh man. I like it. Mr. Redeye, are you telling us something you're planning on doing? It's a little too ambitious for me, I think. It would give you a nice variety, a range of genres and gaming experiences across decades. It would be pretty cool, right? You get a little Parappa the Rapper. You get some Ape Escape. You get some Siren, some Last of Us, God of War. You get modern games. You get classic PS1 games. I like it. Norway has mandatory military service, though it's not really that mandatory. Oh, you did tell me this before. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoop. We need to grab that first. What was the Last of Us item or guy? Oh, we got a Joel and Ellie bot in one of the levels. And also a fungus-covered bot. Yeah. We've missed one here, though. Oh my god, what was it? Play Astrobot, but when a game is referenced, you play through that game? Yeah, just like immediately switch. Astrobot takes like 3 or 4 years to finally finish it. I wonder, because like they've referenced some pretty long games, right? There was a Persona 4 character in here, so it's like you're playing an Astrobot, you're halfway through the level, and it's like, okay, we're gonna pause. We'll come back in about a month. I've got to go play like a 100-hour game, role-playing game, and then we'll finish this level. Buckle up for a long stream. Oh no! Oh, whoops. That's not amazing though. So play Astrobot a bit, then play the whole Ape Escape franchise, more Astrobot, whole God of War franchise. Could actually be a good stream idea if structured properly. I do love that idea. There's something there. Not gonna lie, after seeing stuff like Ark, the freaking lad getting a cameo, that does sound like an idea I would like to do. You should do it. Oh, what are you doing that for? Don't do that. Is there a way to do it, like, I don't know, to play like a contained bit of each of the games? Something that, like, wouldn't take months and months and months. Uh-oh. Like, for some of them it could work really well, right? Like, you get Parappa, and then you have to play, like, a level of Parappa the Rapper. And a level of Jammerlammy. And then you're back to Astrobot. But then others, like, I don't know how that would work. Uh-oh. This would be that kind of project. Am I safe down here? Okay. World War II. skipped a message, and that's I was confused. I was trying to like piece together. Okay, the connection, but right. If I read all the messages, then it would be clear. So, have you heard of the YouTube channel that covered World War I and II day by day, week by week, in real time? That's an awesome idea. I had not heard of that, so that's what I'm looking at here. I'm gonna go ahead and I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to this channel so I can give it a look later, because that sounds really interesting. But I'm logged in under our podcast. There we go. Okay. If some games have multiple cameos too, might not play through the entire series just to be safe. You have no context for what the link is. Yeah. It's been a decade-long project. I love how little bots sound when they talk. Me too. Me too. I love everything about them. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. There's something like less ambitious, and probably, I don't know. It was a fun idea, but this actually seems like it has genuine. Like, this is important work, I want to say, right? For just like really going through like an historical period to be explored. There was the Star Wars Minute, which was a podcast I was listening to for a while, where they watched Star Wars and just talked about it 1 minute at a time. So they would watch the next 60 seconds of Star Wars and then have a podcast about just that 60 seconds of movie. And you might think they would run out of things. I mean, I didn't see the whole thing through. I was listening for a while, though. I want to say I listened to the original movie in full. They kept coming up with stuff to talk about. Every 60 seconds, there was something. They got teary-eyed in the last World War II episode. Yeah. Emotional moment. The culmination of a 5-year project. Uh-oh. 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 Okay. Just World War II, not counting the other wars. They are also doing other wars. Doing the Korean War at the moment. I was going to ask, are they just going to keep going? I will definitely give a look to that channel. That's something I could benefit learning a little bit more about. Blowback was a series that did a good job with some of these. But much more limited in scope. Whoops. Uh-oh. I missed all the characters. All the references. I missed them. Uh-oh. Yeah. The channel has a lot of non-daily war update videos. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look later. Sorry, I have so many tabs. What a... I keep them up usually, especially if it's something like I'm going to check after the stream. And it's often just a wild ride of things we talked about. Alright, we got the weird perspective in the old Wolfenstein games. We got some Siren stuff here. Now we're on to World War II. And Mormons in Norway. Whoa! This is the day by day? No, week by week? Cool. Thank you. Okay, and they're like all about 10 minutes or so. Actually, pretty consistently like 11. They get longer. Later ones are 20 to 30? Okay. I was just thinking like, oh, okay, if we're talking that, like the sheer volume of episodes for a project like that, and if they're, you know, hours long, like I want to check it out. Don't know when I'll be getting to that. Oh. Hey. Okay, let's be smart about this. Some might call that smart. Found every bot but the character bots. So it goes. I think the playlist is around 100 hours long. Yeah, it's a good bit. Total length of playlist, 5 days, 46 minutes, 27 seconds. Oh. Every time I remember, like, all right, hit the triggers to boost it, and then it's, oh, but okay, too late. So I gotta go back through some of these levels to, we gotta get 6 more bots. Oh wait, I haven't been here at all. Okay, well in that case, free Big Brother. Somewhere like 120 hours. Not that much, yeah, just 120 hours. Based on the rate at which I get through things, where it takes me like a year to watch a television series of like 25 or 26 episodes, I'm sure I'll knock it out in the next decade. Done in half a year of daily commuting. Well, wait, is it something like, that's, my podcast game is strong, you know, because I'm in the car so much for work. But actually, I follow a lot of stuff. I always follow stuff on YouTube, like, oh, one of these days I want to sit down and watch that, but just the nature of the kind of programming it is, where I can't listen on the go or while I'm doing something, like I've always got a podcast going, you know, exercising, driving, cooking, whatever it is. But if I gotta like sit down and watch it, I tend not to get to that stuff too much. Perfect thing to listen to one episode at a time. If there's an audio version, I can get on that. And if you do 1 or 2 a day, 330 episodes, that's not too bad. There are a couple shows like that, though, that I just... they've been sitting in my podcast app for like a couple years now, and I just have yet to. Because like you start adding a couple of those up, and like, well, okay, that's hours now of listening to do. Here's that show. There's a couple of these. I don't know. There's like a couple like historical shows I've always wanted to listen to, but then I just, there's like daily political shows I listen to. I listen to a lot of Japanese podcasts these days to try and improve my listening. So that stuff just kind of like gets put on the back burner, and then I don't get to it. You could also do it properly and start on September 1st and listen to one episode per week. Oh, that's a good idea. Get the real World War II experience. I've honestly been playing with an idea like this, and I'm wondering if I'm going to do it. I kind of wanted to do it this year, but there was no time. But it was really... It's something I was thinking about recently, because we did our podcast on Dragon Ball. And during that episode, at one point I reminisce about how I learned about a lot of anime by way of looking for cool Dragon Ball Z pictures on just like fan-made like Angel Fire, GeoCities websites in like the early aughts, and finding all these like fan anime websites, and then that's how I found out about stuff like Trigun and Cowboy Bebop before it was ever airing on American TV, as well as a bunch of other stuff. I had this idea, like, I wonder if any of these websites are still extant. Like, I know this stuff all went down, and then, like, to search it out, like, oh, man, yes, some of the places, Slade's anime website is still up. I can still go there and look at all the fan art. Oh, shit, what was that? Oh, this doesn't kill me. Wonderful. It kind of gave me, like, I had such a feeling of nostalgia, like, I would love to have a website, like, built on that aesthetic to go to. To, like, revisit, this time. Anyway, I was thinking, like, about just picking a year and spending a good amount of time, like, engaging with stuff from that year as the year unfolds. So, like, to maybe even keep it consistent, like, it's going to be 2025 next year. So maybe to go, like, 30 years into the past and just spend a proportion of each month, like January 2025, playing games that came out in January 1995. Reading a book that got published in January 1995, maybe watching a movie, and just like going through the year of 1995 and the year of 2025 and looking at some stuff. You have to make a lot of choices because there's not enough time to do it all, but I'm thinking about doing something like that, maybe. And maybe, I guess, when it comes to the games, streaming them. But maybe turning that into like a more holistic thing. Wandering Trespasser has a colossal... Oh, that's who you are! Yeah, Wander! Hey! Now you can hang out with Eco and Yorda. Awesome. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ran out of jets. This is a very appropriate place, too. Just realized, like, yeah, we're scaling a big Colossus. And we found Wander. That's very fun. Also... No. Okay, that's nothing. Play through a franchise in the time it would have taken if you played it as it came out. So play The Witcher, then The Witcher 2 4 years later, then The Witcher 3 4 years after that. Also a fun idea. But some of these, like, put into practice, like, oh, do I want to wait 8 years? I mean, at the rate I go, it might take me that long anyway. Watch announcement trailers, reveals set in real time as well. That's what, like, when I said a more holistic thing, I thought about, like, I don't know what it would be. Because we already got a podcast going. I don't have time. I barely have enough time, really, to stream consistently and do the podcast. It's already, like, it takes up a good portion of my day to get that stuff done. But something where, like, it's not just games, but, like, going through, like, if it's the year 1995, some way to, like, tie all those experiences into something. I don't know what it would be. Like, would it be like making a, like an old GeoCities or like Angel Fire kind of like website, and just making that like a, I don't know, like an encapsulating something, like you posting stuff there? I missed so much of this level. Can at least get this. So I guess come back through. Get hyped up the way people did. So I'm thinking, like, maybe like making some kind of like meeting place for people that want to, like, maybe it would even be like a certain level of role playing. Like you have a meeting place for people to kind of like pretend like, hey, it's January 1995, and we're gonna like drop announcements, news, upcoming releases, stuff like that, and you just gotta go through the year, and you play stuff, and you watch stuff, and you read stuff as it would have come out, and try and get a sense of like the media landscape in that year. It's just a role play forum. Yeah, I just meant like it is. But less about the role playing and more just about like almost like a book club, movie club, game club, the trifecta, you know? Like each month you kind of pick like, and maybe you would have a community vote on it. Like here's the stuff that came out in like January 1995. Based on these, like, what should we decide to do as a community? And so you do one of each. You play a game, you watch a movie, you read a book, and you kind of talk about it. And so, like, I guess the role-playing is a part of it. Like, we're all just gonna, like, pretend it's January 1995. But, yeah, more just about, like, it's really more about, the works, like, the entertainment products that you're engaging with and sharing thoughts about them and enjoying them communally. I don't know. I don't know if this is an idea people would be interested in, but I've been thinking about it a little bit. But I figure if it's something I would maybe be interested in doing, there's probably some others who would want to get in on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just sticking on the top of your head. I didn't even realize. Okay, let's take that again. Oh, okay. Deal with you first. What are you? Beast Tamer? will grow up to have an incredible story to tell. Is this, I thought it was maybe The Last Guardian. I've never played it. That's the one I haven't played. I'm just thinking, are they all from the Ueda games? Is this what the character is dressed in? I think so. Yeah? That's who we're looking at? Okay. So I have not been over there either. Or up here. We're really through most of the level. 200. Uh-oh, whoa. So I power these up somehow? Maybe I gotta... Okay, maybe it's over here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa! So you're just telling me where the puzzle pieces are? Or just any secrets. Is that? I guess so. Slumbering girl? Takes a lot of effort to wake her up. Oh, okay. Does that change situation? Oh, hey. Nice. Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, we had, it was very good, right? We had Wander up on the back of this thing. On the Colossus. Oh, ads are here. I think I'm going to finish up the stream in a little bit. So, I'm just going to keep playing for now. But, well, let me get this coin. Oh, is it just open now? It is. No, wait. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm trying to get in here. Oh, you zap. I just gotta get you to zap the... Got it. Okay. Woo. Okay. Whoa. Hell yeah. $100. Ghouls and bots. Or ghouls and bots. Okay, let's dive in. Are those spiders twerking? Which spiders? was thinking the same thing. In the well. I didn't notice. Now you've got me wondering how often real world actual spiders are twerking. How many different animals' movements are essentially twerks? Do I have to do this again? Wait, no. It was just a bot. Okay. Whoa. What's everyone's favorite spooky level in a non-spooky game? Like a Mario Ghost House or a Ghouls and Bots, you might say, in an ASTRO bot game. Can I... Oh, just throw it, okay. Orphanage in Thief 3 is a strong contender. Yeah? Watched Alien Romulus the other day. How'd you like it? I've been hearing good things. Or I guess it was an orphanage, then an insane asylum? Okay. Yeah, I need to broaden my thinking. I was thinking just like... My brain was stuck on platformers, you know? Platformers with like a little... Like one singular kind of spooky level. Like a Gex with the haunted levels, or I was thinking Medieval on PlayStation 1, but then is that whole game spooky? The whole game is kind of built around a spooky concept, I guess. Oh, you sly devil. Shellbridge Cradle. I have never played a Thief game, period, other than... I don't think I actually played it. A lot of my experiences with PC games, because I didn't have a PC for playing games growing up, but I had a kind of a neighbor friend who did, so like my brief experience with like System Shock 2, was kind of just watching him play it, mostly. Every once in a while he would let me, you know, take the reins for a bit. Played Half-Life at his house. Some of the, like, I didn't have many PC gaming experiences, but the ones I had were mostly there, so... I remember him playing Thief, but I think it was just the first one. I don't really have much knowledge of that series. Thief, yeah. Let's see. We'll slot the Thief franchise somewhere between every single Resident Evil game, the remaining Silent Hill games, the back half of the Deus Ex playthrough I'm doing, the rest of the Metal Gear series. Somewhere in there? Thief? I'd love to do it. And I'm over here playing Astrobot. Ravenholm. That's the correct answer, right? Lots of good spooky sections in that series. Let's see if I can dodge this while raiding. I might be asking for trouble. In Half-Life 2, when you get to the town where everyone is a head crab zombie, yeah. Ravenholm might be... But I was thinking something more kind of like innocuous, innocent, like, you know, like a Mario Ghost House. Like, it's spooky, but Ravenholm was terrifying. Ravenholm terrified me the first time I went through there. I think Thief should be high on your list after current commitments. Such a great series. Could pause, but does that make for good content? Isn't the best content just seeing me die unnecessarily yet again? Okay, yeah. Eternal Knight. Make no bones about it, they're a true hero. What are you? I've been trying to think. If I recognize this skull. Anyone recognize this character? Never pause, right? Never pause. I don't think I know. What is the name of the game? It's making me think of like a PS1 case for a game that I never played. Is it called Skull Monkeys? Is that it? I can visualize the... That's probably not it. The front of the case. It is Skull Monkeys? Or are you just pulling up the... I'm still not sure if that's it or not. That is a skull. And it was a PlayStation game. And that's all I know about it. It's pretty wild, like, there's so many game cases and covers that are, like, so iconic to me. Like, I could just, like, remember seeing them repeatedly at game stores and stuff, or, like, you know, as an ad in the cover, on the cover of EGM, or just, like, in the ad pages of EGM or GamePro or something. I never played it. The big one was D for years. Like, I wondered about what D was like, because it had such a just visually arresting cover, you know? That face, like, crying blood? What's going on here? I'm terrified by this. I don't know what this is. I want to play it. What? Oops. Oh yeah, also in Brave Fencer Musashi, during the segment of the game where powerful undead monsters walk around the town at night. That sounds like a good choice. Oh wait, do I have to... I do. That's what we're doing. After you get the Master Sword in Ocarina. Ooh, Redeads. I think there are like maybe 2 spots here that we have to fill. One is like just a good spooky level, and one is actually most surprising sudden descent into actual terror in a game that's not a horror game, right? Because there's like fun, there's like cute spooks, you know, that's what we got going on here. And then there's like the horror of the Redead, which terrified me as a kid. Oops. Oh. Also the horror of seeing what happened because you left, a fairly impactful storytelling moment. Yeah, just the whole town descended into just, everything is just decrepit, right? Abandoned, broken. How am I getting this? I just have to time it, okay, right. It's not, oh, I gotta get it again? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. It's not just the horror of the Redeads. It is the horror of, like, this cozy town that I came to know and love and thought would always be here is not. shot. Alright, wait. Yeah, there we go. It's just every couple of minutes there's just some wild ass new idea. It's just unhinged. Like, let's just try everything we can possibly try. Every little fun mechanic, whatever seems like fun, let's just do it for an entire game. It's so wonderful. All right, maybe go for this. Was it here? Wait. Yeah. Maybe finish with this today. Phantom Liberty apparently has a great horror section. Really? But you didn't see it? Made a choice that didn't take me to the horror section? I was assuming. Yeah, okay. Well, I definitely want to make that choice. Or maybe I don't. I don't know. I don't think you will. Yeah. Hell yeah. There is a mecha visual novel called Muv-Luv. The first half is a fairly plain and played straight dating simulator, but once you finish the route for the two main girls, the game completely flips the switch by sending the main character to an alternate universe where aliens invaded Earth, and each time they are encountered and the cast is forced to fight the alien forces, it is extremely terrifying, tense, suspenseful, and it's amazing at making you feel just how outmatched humanity is. Muv-Luv, huh? This sounds very interesting. Did this get localized? Oh, it did. Right? So there's an adult version, and then a not so adult version. The entire series got localized on Steam. Is the localized version adult? Or did they pull that stuff out in the Western release? I like that idea, though, what you're describing. I think it got pulled. It came out earlier this year. The Dreamcast Encyclopedia, which was a cool book, which I learned a lot more about the Dreamcast by way of. Like, I thought I had a pretty good sense of the Dreamcast games that exist. I had no idea just how many. Like, I knew there were a bunch of like visual novel games, but I didn't know just how many. But there was like, it almost seemed like a copy-paste job of just like how many of them were just like, here's another visual novel that was a very sexy PC version and then a much tamer Dreamcast version. So console gamers didn't get to get all the naughty bits. But I guess what you're telling me is that Doki Doki Literature Club is not as revolutionary as I thought, right? A dating sim that suddenly takes a horrific turn. Lady Venomera. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like snakes. Don't like snakes. Whoa! Yeah, I need to be using my I forgot my rocket chicken was on me. Uh-oh. Oh, no! I think we'll probably be taking this one again. Oh, 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 oh. Right, rocket, 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 rocket. You gotta remember you have that. Came out at a time when if you wanted your visual novel to be noticed, it needed adult content. Yeah, I get that. So now that they got the bait and switch that the story itself is amazing, they could remove the adult content. Cool. I might have to check this out. That sounds like a really cool concept. I think the Steam version is without adult content because Steam didn't allow adult content back in the day. Oh, really? Is that a recent thing? They've allowed that? The opening of the alternate universe segment is great because it follows the United States military exploring one of the alien hives, and all the Japanese voice actors are doing the lines in English, and their accents are amazing. Yeah. Is it better than Armored Core 2? That's the metric by which all things should be judged. Well, I guess I don't really know, like, what the deal is with Armored Core 2. Like, I have the Japanese copy. It's all in English. Too slow. Whoa. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Always too slow on that. Every time. Oh. Oh, I thought I was safe on that. Well. I saved a message. Sorry. Where? Let's see. Oh, wait, right. I did, sorry. I was too focused on Love. Going by what I know about you and what you've said about Cyberpunk, I think you're going to make the same choice I did. Yeah? Okay. But maybe now that I know, I'll go against my instincts to get the horror stuff. I love the, yeah, thank you. Passion enables adult content. Probably play it without. These days. Oh no! No, I'm too early. Okay. I do very little gaming off of stream. Uh-oh. Oh, whoops. So, if I were to play it, I would probably stream it. Better comparison would be Virtual On, because the mechs they pilot literally use Virtual On controls. Oh, really? Do you like Virtual On? It's a game I always wanted to like, but I could never figure out how to play it well. Oh no! I can't seem to get that right. I keep thinking it's gonna come right for me. I would love to try it with the original intended experience with like the twin sticks. Let's see if I like it better that way. Oh, right. These boss encounters are just so wild. Right, I need to be doing that. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I know you. I've never played this series, but Uncharted. That was fun. That was fun. When you copy the LCC briefing guy and sound exactly like him? Oh. If you ever stream Phantom Liberty, I can tell you where the choice is. You can make a hard save to experience the horror. Yeah, I'll have to do that. Okay. I probably would. I probably would stream it. In between Thief and everything else. I can't stop playing. All right, let's go for dude rating. Just a little bit more. A little bit. The choice. I would be careful about streaming Muv-Luv because there is a very big, very infamous twist. That is incredibly heartbreaking and traumatizing, and I would not want to risk having that spoiled. Thank you for letting me know. Maybe it is better left off stream. Oh, Mr. Red, did I tell you? Maybe I did. I picked up Cyberdoll for the sake of Saturn. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Very fun. Okay, so now I don't need to play the Uncharted games, right? I'm getting the general experience right here. Does this about cover it? Cyberdoll? Did you play it all yet? I just popped it in to make sure it functioned. No, not yet. You actually haven't redeemed it. And you don't have to. Don't feel any obligation to make that your game redeem. But when you mentioned it, it was like, this looks interesting enough that if I see it, I'm gonna get it. Ha ha. Uncharted 2 and or 3 have this weird bug that totally bricks your save file. Really? And that's still a problem to this day. I just want to be there when you play the opening. Oh boy. Yeah. Someday soon, I promise. Whoops. We're gonna get back to retro games. I had this idea like, hey, 2024, this is gonna be the first year in my gaming history where I don't exit the year with a massive backlog of stuff that came out that year. I'm trying to stay on top of it. And I'm not, but I'm doing better than I think any year that's ever come before. Oh no! For basically no reason, you'll randomly hit a point that causes you to load infinitely. Oh boy. Oh! I need the opening narrative live reaction. All right, well then I won't play it in advance. I was thinking maybe I should a little bit, because I'm gonna have to translate it, you know. I've been hitting the books. I've been studying quite a bit recently. Listening to a lot of Japanese podcasts, hanging out on Japanese Twitch streams, doing my flashcards, reading more. I'm hoping. It was like my original, one of my main goals when I started the channel was like, I'm hoping at some point we can play some games in Japanese that never got a Western release. So we can enjoy them together, and maybe I can help people that have been sort of like locked out by the language barrier, you know? Get a sense of what these games are all about. But I'm just not good enough. Mustachioed Mentor, doing the best with the hand they've been dealt. Yeah, I'm not gonna get any of these characters. I don't know this series. But I just have to imagine they're all hidden. Yeah. Oh, whoops. But I guess Sonbori, you're talking about the original releases? Because they've all been re-released now, right? Like, they're all... In fact, I think I have it. I think they gave it away on PSN at some point. Like, the Uncharted collection. On PS4. I think I might have that. Sengoku Basara 3, Utage was always the one I wanted to play. Unreleased in the US. Let's take a look. I don't know the series. Okay. It's something I could try to do at some point. Probably have to work my way up to it. I had a hell of a time just doing Tokimeki Memorial. And that's just like High school life. Uh-oh, shit. The original PS3 versions? Okay. I probably won't be playing those. If I ever play them. I would imagine I would just play the one that I'm pretty sure I own. It's just the collection. It's one of those Warriors-style games. Oh, like Dynasty Warriors? But it's made by Capcom, and you can do everything you see in the intro, unlike most games. Really? That sounds cool. I have a gun, and I keep, like, going into these situations and then getting killed because I'm trying to play it like I don't have a gun. Whoa. What? Oh. I was supposed to shoot some of that stuff. Can I go back? Oh, this is gonna kill me. And it takes the fantasy up to 11. Just crazy over the top stuff. Okay, that sounds cool. Yeah, you're Nathan Drake now. He shoots his problems. Yeah, I feel like I've heard that brought up in like in the Ludo narrative dissonance conversation. No nonsense, Mark. Friend to the elephants. Like the issue of having a lovable character, a lovable rogue who is a little too quick to murder. The conflict between that mechanic and then the narrative they're trying to tell. Is that basically what's going on there? Oh, whoops, slippery shell. Like Date Masamune wielding 6 katanas with Wolverine claws? That sounds gnarly. Okay. But wait, so have you played, like, did others in the series get an English translation? Or have you just seen the games? Played in Japanese? Or played in Japanese yourself? To be honest, I think the series does a good job with that. Oh wait, I think I missed one. Oh, everyone loves the happy-go-lucky treasure hunter with a body count that puts most serial killers to shame. To be honest, I think the series does a good job with that. Yeah? Better than most, yeah. Yeah, I like when I've heard it brought up, I've often wondered about it, and I don't have any context. I can't say. But I was wondering, like, why is Uncharted brought up in conversation as an example? Is it just more egregious? Because, like, that's the case with most characters when you really break it down, like the body count and then how the game narrative wants you to feel about them. Maybe not most, but, like, there's tons of them. So I was just kind of wondering why Nathan Drake gets singled out. Tenacious reporter, more valuable than any treasure. 1 and 2 are on PS2 and were done badly, but 3 had a much higher budget, although the team did a bad and made way too many copies of the digital version. Oh, okay. That's not a high bar. Yeah. So seeing this as a net loss, they never sold in the US again. Got it. Uh-oh. Whoops. Not the time to read. What kind of takes me out of the FF7 remakes is how hard they try to make the Shinra troops endearing, but then also we're killing hundreds of these guys without a problem. Yep. That's one of the problems. One of many. To me. I really... I need to finish Rebirth. Uh-oh. Oops. Gun. Use gun. I love so much about those games. But I highly dislike so many other things. It's such a weird... I have like such strong feelings in both directions, which is kind of rare to feel that positive about some aspects of a game. Like some of the things was like, this is 10 out of 10, like amazing, incredible. I'm loving every second of this. And then it just, we hit something and something happens narratively where like, I hate this so much. We're almost getting into like Kingdom Hearts level territory of me really despising what they're doing here. It's real like a whiplash kind of situation. Most of the time you're killing mercenaries or soldiers, working for some crime lord or whatever, and your enemies are very overtly evil. Gotcha, okay. So why do we think it's Nathan Drake that gets kind of like singled out? Or maybe he doesn't, maybe I'm just like assuming this, whatever the article I read or whatever is kind of a mainstream consensus. But I feel like I've seen him brought up more than once as like an example of ludonarrative dissonance. I feel like Nathan Drake has come up more than once in that conversation, but I could be wrong. Like, how am I supposed to be shocked when Cloud goes Jack the Ripper in a cutscene and Tifa is shocked by his violence? Tifa, I've seen you set a man on fire and celebrated it just 5 minutes ago. That was different. That was, look, what happens on the combat screen stays on the combat screen. Mr. Red Eye, did you finish Rebirth? I don't know, I feel like ludonarrative dissonance is about games where during cutscenes the main character refuses to kill the main bad guy because then he would be just like him or whatever. Yeah? How'd you like it? Then he kills thousands of people over the course of the game. Exactly that. Yeah. Like, I know the original article, right, was about BioShock. I think it's the first time it came up. Which I have read that. And I remember them, you know, arguing a good case, but I still, like, after going through the article, like, I don't think BioShock is the best example of this. But sometimes, like, these sort of ideas come out when in conversation about a particular game. It's not like the best example of it happening, it's just like that's when the author had that idea, you know? So I get that. Uncharted doesn't really do that, I don't think. I don't really have a top of mind. The only game I can think of, like when I think about it, I think of The Last of Us Part 2. But I think of it as the inverse, as the game that has the least ludonarrative dissonance in any game ever. Maybe I shouldn't go to that degree. But like, I remember being amazed at how it sort of grappled with that problem and kind of incorporated it into the mechanics of the game. To such a degree. Like, I was really amazed by that. I think there's a situation where he refuses to execute someone, but executing someone is different from killing someone in a fight. Use your gun. Whoops. Just use your gun. Use the gun in your hand. Just shoot the things. Just shoot the things with the gun. It's like I can't remember for more than 20 seconds at a time that I have a firearm. I don't do guns. It's kind of my one rule. Uh-oh. Oh. Whoa. Whoops. Rebirth has some cool moments, but I think they took too many liberties with some classic scenes that really disrupted the pacing of the original, ruined some moments that should have been very emotional, and then added other parts that felt like it existed just to gaslight me into being sad. That was my experience with Remake. I hadn't really gotten that deep into Rebirth, so I can't comment on, but I expected more of the same. It's like, okay, this is the direction we're going. We're going full Nomura. We are in the Nomura age. Square. Uh-oh. Yep. Bye-bye. At least with The Last of Us, we know the protagonists are just straight up evil and selfish. Yeah, I can't even really talk specifically about what I'm talking about without, like, massive spoilers about the second game. But it did force me to really come to terms with what I was doing at all times. And honestly, I remember, like, reading criticisms of, like, people saying the game went on too long and became kind of a slog, and to me it was like, it did. And that's exactly, I don't know whether it was intentional, but as a player, like, that reinforces the theme. Like, yes, it is a slog. Oh, I can't be doing that. Right, these are descending. Whoops. It had to be a grueling, punishing, awful experience by the end. And while that might not be pleasant to play, it does force you to... You're not going to enjoy, you know, dishing out this violence, this horrible violence to others. Okay. The open world side quests also fell flat for me. Each region was just a big checklist of things to do, copied and pasted from each region to the next. Yeah, I did hear some criticism. I tried not to, like, listen to too much about the conversation about it until I'd finished it, and then I played some, and I got it right when it came out. But like I was saying before, I just almost all my game time is now stream time. So I have not finished it. Because I didn't want to stream that one, I kind of wanted to just play it. Because the original is very important to me. And even though I had criticisms, like, I really enjoyed going through Remake. There's so much that I just love about it. Mothership's GPU accelerates, renders, processes, and most importantly, sings. I don't know about evil, but definitely selfish. I only say evil because of, you know, stuff. I think I would say evil. In terms of the second game, for sure. I think the first one, actually, I think you can justify... I'm going to try to be vague about this. I think you can justify Joel's actions more than Ellie's. Yeah? Joel's worst atrocities are like in protection of someone to keep them alive. Ellie's ultimately are for vengeance, and she seeks it out actively. But with Ellie, man, yeah, she does some evil shit. I want to say evil because of, you know, stuff. Yeah. But I think I'm with you. It's been a while since I watched any Last of Us stuff. Oh, have you seen those games played in full? Whisper me? I may just be misremembering. Like, you mean my reason for the take I have? Or like the statement I made? Is that what you mean for a whisper? The most egregious part of Rebirth is when you fight a very specific boss, but that boss's theme is missing. Ooh, yeah. One moment. You like this version of the Uncharted theme? Yeah? Was it good? I don't know the original. But I like this version. That's not really true. He talks about doing banditry after that ambush, so he's clearly gone out of his way to target people. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. And that actually did cross my mind as I was speaking. Like, we know he has a history for sure. I think, like, as the player, you are actively committing violence as Joel, right? And you do some bad stuff, but yeah, I don't mean to, like, I guess dismiss it. He's done bad shit. I just mean, like, in comparison to Ellie, I think between the two of them, I would immediately say evil on her part. For him, it did, like, I kind of had to pause, like, would I call it evil? But I guess it's all a matter of perspective, right? Like, and even if there's a justification for it, or a reason for it, well, if you're on the receiving end of it, it's plenty evil, you know? It's an evil world. There are no heroes. I was mostly thinking because of the specific people he was actively harming during the end sequence. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's an act of evil, right? To gun down people in that way. But there is also, like, he's there for a reason, you know? Oh, I shouldn't be jumping. But then... And it is ultimately in service of protecting someone and keeping them alive. Restorative Flora carries nature's healing touch. That's not to excuse it, but I guess there's just like, there is something, there's more to that conversation, whereas when you get into the second game, no. It's just like, I'm really pissed off. You're gonna pay. Everyone's gonna pay. And even giving like opportunities to like get out of this cycle and deciding actively to, no, I'm gonna stay in the cycle. I'm not ready to give up this quest of vengeance. And even though it's gonna destroy everyone around me and also myself. And the more I see, the more I realize I'm in the wrong. I'm gonna keep committing just brutal, brutal acts, you know? Desire good, but mind clouded. Yeah. The Fireflies are built up as incredibly inept in the game, so the ending is a bit more ambiguous in the game. Yeah. I mean, I think I can, like, without spoil, like, I don't think it requires a spoiler. I kind of already said it, right? It's just like, it's a game that, the second one in particular, the whole story is built around how wrong it is to seek vengeance in this way, you know? The futility of that quest and the idea that it will bring you any closure or benefit anybody or improve anything in your life. It just results in misery, you know? And if you were to try and have me internalize that theme, but then give me like just a fun ride to the finish, then we'd have some serious dissonance there, right? But the fact that you have to play from multiple perspectives and be on the receiving end of the mechanics that you're using, and then it just, the level in terms of like the sound design and just like how it forces you to get acquainted with some of the people you're gonna then be murdering. And ultimately, like, the length which, like I said, some people criticize it, like the fact that by the end I wanted the game to end. It's like, I cannot do more hours of this. You want me to go to another new location and slog through more of this? I'm so tired. Like, I'm ready to finish. This game should have ended like hours ago. And then realizing, like, maybe that's not, maybe they thought it was fun and they just like wanted to make more cool levels, but for me as a player, like, actually having me feel like it's a slog and I want to get out and not being allowed to because I'm just compelled to stay on this quest. Like, yeah, I felt how awful those mechanics are. I felt like the violence and the misery of all of it. If that makes sense. So I think that's what I'm getting at. Like, it just, some of the negative aspects of actually playing the game, if playing the game becomes a negative experience and you are trying to communicate a negative something thematically, then I guess, well done. You did it. I am left with the exact feelings that your narrative should convey as a player. Why do you care about spoiling the game? It has 2 remasters and a show. I just, you know, someone hanging out. I didn't want to, like, say specifics because we're just, like, we're doing an Astrobot stream. But I think as much as I talked about it on the way in, hopefully someone did earmuffs if they hadn't played it. You know, to me, it's, like, still a new game. I know it's been years, but was that 2019? 2020 for the second game? Yeah, I was thinking about 2 specifically. Not 1, really. Yeah, maybe just err on the side of caution is what I was trying to do, but I don't need to. Maybe. Although I guess I've spoiled it. This is a dog from, I have never played Tokyo Jungle. Is it good? Is that... I keep thinking like, all right, just one more level, just one more boss, just one more bot. That's how we get to 6 hours. Maybe leave it there for today. Is this, well, that guy was a jerk. Maybe leave this world for next time. Oh, but it would be so easy to just pop in and get those bots and just do one more, right? It'd be so easy to just keep going. Thank you, Legion Bot. Bot on bot. Bot by way of bot. Italicized by bot. I think I should leave it there. Also, like, you know, I've been playing a lot of video games, and I'm supposed to be making some emotes for a streamer. He goes by the name Mr. Redeye75. Hopefully, he didn't come by today and see me playing video games instead of making emotes. If you see him, don't tell him that I was playing video games. And also, I'm sorry, it's taking me a little bit. I'm getting on him soon. Yeah. Thank you for being patient. There were video games in the way. I have no good excuse. Just Astrobot. Astrobot is the excuse. Who's playing video games? A lot of good choices, but I feel like we should go celebrate with Sethosaur. I don't know what he hit something. I think it was a 100 follower goal. I think it was. He's doing a 13-hour stream playing the Dark Age of Camelot. So I wonder, he was playing Metal Gear Solid when I started this morning. Maybe he finished it. He's on to something else. So let's go give him a boost. Oh, you know what? We're getting in there right at the wire. 12 hours, 58 minutes on his stream. So we have time to go congratulate him on a 13-hour stream. Well done. Let's do it. I'm gonna be back in the morning, pretty sure. I don't know about whether it's gonna be this or Wukong. I guess I'll see how I'm feeling when I wake up. But probably should get on that Wukong, since I have a deadline on that one. Thank you everybody who came today. It was great having you. I had a great time playing these wonderful games. I hope you had a good time on the other side of it all. So, if I don't know where that's going. I don't know where that sense is going. Maybe I'll see you next time. Until then, y'all be well. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.